Fear is something common in people. Phobias are defined as irrational and persisting in certain situations, objects, or people activities. Probably all suffer from a phobia or two, but the life of some people are practically weakened by these fears. Here, we will show you the 10 greatest phobias that affect people in modern times. Let's see it. Gyrophobia. The road transit are very common anywhere in the world. In cities, especially are very common driving distraction on long roads or highways, which would cause results in a traffic accident that can affect you or a close relative, both physically and emotionally. This will result in the gyrophobia, fear of crossing streets, highways, and another roads, or simply fear of the track themselves. So it will be difficult to live comfortably in the city. Phobia covers several categories in which victims may fear the two wide roads, specifically the single-lane roads, suburban, and also may include fear of crossing the street on an intersection. This phobia is considered independent of the fear of cars. Gyrocophobia. The strange fear of cooking is called gyrocophobia. This disorder can be debilitating and potentially leave an active, can unhealthy eating if one life alone. The victims may feel intimidated by supremely people with skills in the kitchen, and this feeling of fears and inadequacies the cause of the disease probably many paragraph. Stenophobia. Many of us have worked in tight places, but for some people the fear of being suffocated or trapped and afraid to go too close or go through a narrow path with the fear of being trapped and unable to move through is related. Fear not only present on the roads, but also on the things that are narrow. For example, might choose a glass with a wide mouth to drink in lieu of one with a narrow mouth. Avoid close things usually sufficient to alleviate symptoms of anxiety. Pediophobia. The irrational fear of dolls is called pediophobia. Not only dark dolls, all the dolls. In a more specific point, this fear is a horror of the false representation of sentient beings. So, also usually include robots and mannequins that can make it people difficult to shop. Azotrophobia. The azotrophobia is a fear of mirrors, in a broad sense, specifically the fear of being in contact with the spirit world through a mirror. Sufferers experience undue anxiety even though they realize their fear is irrational. Fear is often based on superstition, such as the concept that breaking a mirror brings bad luck, or to look in the mirror with contact with a supernatural world inside the glass. Demonophobia. It is a persistent and a normal fear of people who believe in demons that roam freely to cause harm. Those who suffer from this phobia realize their fear is excessive, however, become too greedy when speaking of demons, so they venture alone in forests or dark houses. Exaphobia. It is a fear of the number 666. It is characterized by the rejection of anything that is directly or indirectly related to the number 666. This phobia has become popular, being present also among non-believers of Christianity. which also has become popular more for its presence in horror movies. Carystophobia. Sitting can be a source of anxiety, as it can be uncomfortable for some adults to be forced to sit for long periods. But in young fear often associated with feeling trapped, young people have a tendency to rebel against the control, and long time sitting in a classroom may be the main trigger for catastrophia in children and adolescents. Chromatophobia. Today, money has become a necessity, being used in our life. The chromatophobia is the persistent fear of money. Half the fear is more complicated than it seems. People with this phobia are completely helpless, because without money will not be possible to buy and very difficult to take care of itself. And this will be the last. Leucophobia. White represent for many the purity, peace, cleanliness, and is associated with many things around us, like clouds in the sky, snow, or just a piece of paper. But people who have an incredible fear of this color is called leucophobia. This phobia is more common in people who have bad experience with snow to ski, or also when they are covered with snow to be found inside his car.